Hey, this is Paulo from the MB Academy, and in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you how to make basses in the style of the tune by RIDO. So this is the original track, and this is my recreation. So we're gonna be taking a look at these two sounds. But before we get started, make sure you get subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell to not miss any for future videos. And if you want to get access to the preset and the project files, you can become a member of Preset Pass. The link is in the description below. Don't forget that if you want to get more in-depth lessons and tutorials, we have many courses with pro artists, and we also have a lot of production resources like presets and sample packs on our website. You just gotta visit thembacademy.com. So with that being said, let's get into the video. Okay, so this sound is separated into two main sounds. The first one is this bass. And for the accents, we have this lead. So first, let's begin with the bass. Okay, so here I have an initialize patch, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to load sine waves on all of our oscillators, just like this. But on oscillator A, we're going to load a weird one like basic MG, just so we get those tiny high frequencies. Then we're going to bring the random phase all the way down, and we're going to detune this one slightly, just like that. Then we're going to add some noise, just a little bit. And to bring a bit more high frequencies, we're going to add a bend plus minus warping mode here on oscillator B. We're going to expand this sine wave as it was a saw wave, a little bit like that. And then we're going to bring the level of oscillator B all the way down. And the reason why is because we're going to run FM from it. Around that should be fine. Let's boost the level. Awesome. Then let's go into the effects section, and here we're going to add an EQ to boost those high frequencies. We're going to bring this frequency a little bit lower. And maybe we can even modulate this with an EQ, with a shape similar to this. We can even map this into the gain. So it has that sort of whip effect that is very present in the original sound. We can also bring this with a peak, for example. Maybe we can modulate it like this. That's too extreme. Something like that. Let's bring the Q down, bring the gain down. Just something like this. Let's actually leave it like that. And then let's add distortion. Let's set on 2 and let's boost the drive a lot. Then let's bring the mix to 76 or 80. That's cool. Then we're gonna add a compressor and we're gonna set it on multiband. And now we want those clicky tails. So for that, we don't want to boost the release. We want to bring it all the way down. And then we want to add a filter. And we want to have more control over the dynamics of the sound. So for that, we're going to use a low pass filter. So we have a more controlled rhythm in the sound based on this LFO. Cool. So now let's jump into some post-processing. Okay, so for post-processing, the first thing will be adding an erosion to introduce more noise to the sound. And then to get really noisy and clicky, we're going to add 3 OTTs, one after each other. So without it, now with it, it just brings those clicks and noises into the sound. We can also reduce the times of these if you really want to go super extreme. Now we're also going to add an EQ. And with this EQ, we're just going to cut some low harmonics. Leave the soft go through and boost specific noisy harmonics that we want. And so if we layer this with the drums, we can start shaping this. There you go. And now we can go back at any point of the chain and change something, because we now understand the purpose of each step in the processing. For example, if we want to bring the noise down or higher, if we want to change the format of the sound, we can go back into this filter. And we can also change the tonality of the sound via these FM knobs. This way, we can get our own sound. Let me just return to what I had real quick. It was close to that. Cool, and now to make the other sound, we're going to duplicate this channel. Let's copy the MIDI from the other patch. It's just a high B. Let's put it here under our duplicated sound. So right now it sounds like this. It's kind of close, but now let's open Serum and let's tweak it. So the first thing we're going to do is to amplify this LFO so it gets sustained. Then we're going to change this for saw waves. And we're going to add more unison into all of the sounds. We can also play with this detune knob. Even add more noise. This sounds nice. Let's remove this off. And let's go into the effects. And we're going to remove this EQ, which changes the format of the sound. And now we're going to go into the post-processing chain. And instead of having this erosion here, we're going to add a big reverb right there. So let's get a reverb. Let's make it super long. Let's remove the filtering from it. Let's actually add the erosion, but fine tune it a little bit better. Then add the reverb. And now, to close the sound, we are going to add an utility at the end of the chain. There you go. And then we're going to bring the sound manually down. So it's only on the spots that we actually want it to be on. Like this. So now, if we play this with the other sound, that is our sound. And now we can always go back into the chain and change something like the noise, like this waveform, the amount of distortion, the way the sound is shaped via the multiband compressor, this FM setting, the bend plus and minus, the LFO, etc. So this will be the two main sounds that we wanted to create. So that's gonna be it for the sounds and also for this video. If you liked it, make sure you get subscribed to the channel and hit the notification bell to know my channel for future videos. And if you wanna get access to the preset and the project file, you can become a member of Preset Pass. The link is in the description below. Don't forget that if you want to get more in-depth lessons and tutorials, we have many courses with pro artists, and we also have a lot of production resources like presets and sample packs on our website. You just gotta visit dnbacademy.com. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.